And the final example, a bag of candy contains 40 pieces. If Susanna ate 20% of the candy, or everything in the bag of candy, how many pieces did she eat? So a whole bag contains 40 pieces. She ate 20% of it. How many pieces did she eat? Okay, look at this. 20% of the candy. Okay, so what's the candy? How many pieces does the bag of candy contain? 40 pieces. So it's like saying she ate 20% of the 40 pieces, right? 20%, again, if I want to solve with this number, I have to change it to a decimal. So 20%, the decimal, I'm going to start here. Go 1, 2, is 0.20. Of is times, right? You're going to multiply what? The 40. Because she ate 20% of all the pieces. So times 40. So then here, this is going to be, remember, if the 0 is at the end of a number and it's behind a decimal point, I can just drop it. So this is the same thing as 0.2 times 40. I can't drop this 0. Be careful here. Don't drop the 0 because this 0 is not behind a decimal point, right? Decimal point is right here, right there. So since it's not behind a decimal point, I can't drop the 0. But this one I can, right? That'll just make it easier to multiply. 40 times 0.2, okay, is going to be 80. I only have one number behind a decimal point. Start here, you're going to go in one space. So 0.2 times 40 is going to be 8. Now, good thing with word problems is that you can kind of estimate if your answer sounds correct. So let's say I forget to count how many numbers I have behind decimal points and I just leave it as 80. Well, 80 can't be my answer because if the bag of candy contains only 40 pieces, Susanna ate 20% of it. Would it make sense if my answer was 80, that she ate 80 pieces? There's only 40 pieces, right? So this, yeah, I know this answer sounds correct, right? It seems correct. It seems reasonable. Okay, remember 50% is half, right? 100%, if Susanna ate 100% of the candy, that means she would have eaten all of the candy, so then my answer would just be 40. If Susanna ate 50% of the candy, remember 50% is half of the number, so if this said 50%, then you would have to just find half of 40. So she would have eaten 20 pieces of candy, right? So she only ate 20%, that means she has to have eaten less than half. If 20 is half, well, we know 8 is reasonable then, right? Because it has to be less than half. Okay. Okay, well, that is it for this lesson. Thank you for watching Educator.com.